being a drug addict and having so many lies built up for so long, so many lies and there's things I had covered up. I have to be super honest today, like to everybody. Not that I need to tell you about the fuck shit I did over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But like homeboy who's coming here, he's like my guy. I tell him every single dirty secret I think somebody needs to know, all that. Because I need that for my recovery. If I don't tell somebody something, like a secret, they say you're only as dirty as your secrets are. I'm talking about recovery and drug addiction and stuff. You're only as dirty as your secrets are. So, not that I need to be out here telling you about this fucked up shit I did when I was little that creates shame in me, but that's what a therapist is for and shit, right? So I take that concept, trying to like add it to my music and stuff. Because I tried for years and years to like beat around the bush. I always knew how I felt. I was always kind of depressed, anxiety, you know what I'm saying? But I never wanted to talk about these things or where they stem from. But after learning to get sober, I kind of realized like, yo, the world could use more truth, honesty, transparency, shit that's more straightforward. So keeping up with lies sucks ass. Keeping up with lies sucks. Like I think about my ex and all them lies she kept up on. Like how the fuck did you do that? I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up what it was. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell y'all straight up now what it is and understand my heart and where I'm at today. So you don't see me with the good heart right now. And 5-10 years down the line, you hear about this story and you're like, yo, Joseph, you had me tricked the whole time, dog. We thought you were good at heart. Nah, I fucked up. I have fucked up before. You know what I'm saying? I have fucked up so many times. And I'll probably fuck up again in the future. I'm looking forward to it because I'm finna learn from it this time. Not go start sniffing drugs when I fuck up. You know? Can learn from these things. But all those things taught me so much. Made me who I am today. Shaped me. Made me wise. I'd be lying if I said I regret a lot of it. My phone's ringing. His homeboy probably here. Hello? Yo. Alright, so right now we about to go grab my dog Nick. Good friend of mine, mentor, practically family. About to chop it up with him for a little bit. I met Nick when, like I was saying earlier, when after doing enough drugs to the point where I was like, fuck this shit, like something's gotta change. I reached out to some people on my team, like, hey, I need help. Like, I need some serious help. Like, I'm on drugs. You guys need to either supply me more drugs so I can work or send me to treatment. And treatment would definitely be preferred. Essentially, I got on the phone with him. Not even on the phone with him. I met with him in person, like, yeah, like within 24 hours after me, like, reaching out for help. I met him at someone on my team's house. He brought him over there. He got me on the phone with Steve Lobel and Scott Storch, and mostly him, but like just like combination of them three really helped me get over to the treatment center and like comfortable there. And once I started cleaning up and getting clean, like that first time around, like I was craving connection, because, you know, I just had that relationship that went to shit. And my friends had cut me off because I was at the point where I kept overdosing and shit. Nobody wanted to fuck with me no more. So I'm like starting fresh, like just pushing off a rock bottom. And this fucking dope ass motherfucker just happens to be right there, like willing to help, has a heart, and we just were able to have good conversations outside of like strict recovery things. So we was able to connect on more of a friendship level, more than just a mentorship or an acquaintance level. And shit, since then it's almost been about a year now, and yeah. Motherfucker, I fucked up a few times, you know what I'm saying? Nick tried to help me out. This motherfucker tried to help me out when I was relapsing, pretty much told him to go fuck himself. And you know, I'm grateful that you're still here and like ain't like gave up on me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I mean, the last thing I would do is give up on any individual, you know? Like, I've been doing this for, you know, 6.5 years myself. I've been clean, man, and you know I've lost, you know, the closest people to me because of, you know, drug addiction and, you know, opiates specifically. And you know, like when I met you, dude, like there was like an instant connection, man. And you know, you were another, you know, sick and suffering individual that, you know, needed help, number one, you know, had no direction on like where to go. And you know, dude, like losing my brother 2 years ago, and you know, being put in that situation with you, man, just really, you know, God kind of places people in other people's lives for a reason. And you know, since then it's been, you know, it kind of started with a mentorship, and you know, and it's more turned into like a, you know, a big brother type of thing, little brother type of thing. And you know, it's just grown into something amazing, man, to be able to watch you, you know, climb in your recovery and being able to help people, you know, myself is what keeps me clean and on the right path, dude. And you know, we'll have that bond forever, man.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
So
Love you, homie.
love you too, dog.
See how I know how to do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
This one's called Priceless.
For the bag, I'ma do what I got, I'ma do it for myself, I'ma do it for my mama on the gas.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, heat, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight heat. Love it.
This is my favorite song on the project.
Favorite one?
This is my favorite one. It's called Die For Me. First time I was in treatment, November 2020. I went to treatment really wanting to get clean. I didn't know what that entailed. Like, I didn't know what came with getting clean. I just knew I had to get off the drugs, and I couldn't do that shit myself. Because I had tried to do it myself a bunch on my own, and it was just a fucking hopeless pit of hell. And by all means, I wanted to get sober, and I wanted to take it serious. You know, it's not like I wanted to go waste my time. I was paying out of pocket for most all of it, so I was not trying to like waste my time or anything. I just needed help getting clean. I see back now that like I was like kind of lying to myself while I was in treatment that first time about being okay. Like I was saying, I would tell people I'm okay. The people around really seemed to care whether I was okay or not. And like Nick would always tell me, like, it's okay to not be okay. You know, you just got to shine light on it and like work through these things.
You know, seeing him come in and you know, really kind of giving it his all. Like even the program, whenever he did come through, you know, the first time, you know, he did some therapy, and you know, there were certain things that he was working on and other things that he wasn't really bringing to surface. And you know, me personally, I never put it past anybody to leave treatment and then, you know, get that phone call, because I've been, even back when I used to think like, oh yeah, this guy's got it, you know, this guy's like, you know, really, you know, doing the damn thing. And it's treatment's really easy to stay clean and, you know, do some work while you're there. And when you have people down your throat, it's like Joseph said, it's like really like when you leave, you know, that's the real deal. Like that's when, you know, you're really put to the test. And we can't think that, you know, we're cured by any means. And you know, I believe that Joseph thought like maybe it would be different, and there was still some pain and things that he hadn't dealt with that you know, he was kind of refusing to bring to the light. And you know, one thing led to another, and
I definitely felt so much shame with that like first pill I did right after I left. I remember I felt the high, and the high felt really good, but the shame like just swallowed that good feeling of me being high. And I was just like, I remember just screaming at the top of my lungs, and like I was like crying because I was like, fuck, like I just wasted so much time and energy and money, and like I'm definitely like a fucking addict. Like it was all bad, but I didn't want to like let anyone else know that shit, so I hid that shit. But yeah, my whole first time through, like I felt like good, but I thought I felt good, but I didn't really know what good felt yet. I didn't know what that felt like because it had been so long. And honestly, like today I feel better than I ever have in my life. So like me thinking I felt good my first time in treatment was like far from like what is really to come. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. First time was cool. I wasn't resistant by any means, you know. I went to therapy and kind of just talked about shit that bothered me on a surface level. Like, there's levels to this shit, and for me to stay clean, I had to dig deep the second time around. But, shit. First time was a learning experience, I guess.